recruits. So today I'm going to teach you and your flag. You need to know your flag, you need to know how to hold your flag, you need to know basically your flag is your best friend. So treat it like one. Don't abuse your flag, don't bend the pole. You need to treat it very well. Your silk, it can tear really easily. You just need to be very careful with your flag. So first thing I'm going to teach, which I already taught in the flag basics video, is how to hold your flag at right shoulder. So right shoulder, right hand up, left hand at the bottom, flag straight up. Right shoulder. Now, when you're at a parade rest, or you are just holding your flag, you'll come down, you will strip your flag, and you will hold it cross at your body. This is how it should look. Some people want to have weights in their flags. I have weights in my flags. I just prefer weights. One thing you want to make sure you know is if your flag has weights. Weights can affect how you toss your flag. Like say if you have a weight on the bottom, that will make the end go up higher. If you have it up front, when you're tossing up, it'll make it go up a lot faster. See how you are comfortable with your flags. Try having weights on the bottom, weights on the top, weights on both, no weights at all. See what you're most comfortable with. I am most comfortable with weights on both. That's just my personal preference. So if anyone, or if you are starting or you're already in and you want to know more, already in flag, you should try weights in your pole because that helps a lot. Also, another thing is the size of your silk. I have a very large silk. I just prefer bigger silks. I don't like these smaller ones because this gives me less pole space, and I like that because if the silk is way up here, like if you have to go to right shoulder, your arm's up here, but it should be down here, and it doesn't look right. I think a larger flag will look nicer, but it's your personal preference, so it all just depends. So again, as I said, try it with a large silk, a curved silk, a smaller silk, just do whatever is comfortable for you. Okay, another thing is knowing where your hands should be on the silk. Right shoulder, this is how you should usually hold it, and then again, parade rest, always do this. Make sure your silk is not hitting the ground. You do not want your silk touching the ground. When you are done using your silk, you should wrap your silk up. Just like this. This is how it should look when you're done with your flag, so your silk doesn't get ruined, it doesn't tear somehow. It should look nice like this, nice and wrapped, and store it in a dry place. You want to keep any sharp things away from your silk. You don't want your silk tearing, you don't want your silk to get wet, that'll grow mold. So always keep your flag rolled up tight when you're not using it. And don't just leave it on the ground, lay it up against a wall or something. Keep it a lot nicer looking. Another thing to note is if you're taping your flag, I tape my pole. As you can see on here, you tape the tips of your flag. These are called the tips. I have crutch tips. See, I have my tips taped. That is so they don't come off. Sometimes they like to slip off. It just depends how tight they are on the pole, how old they are. If they are new, I would say tape your tips on just in case. And when you're doing moves, make sure you're not slamming it onto the ground, or when you're tossing it, make sure it doesn't slam on the tip, because you don't want the tips to break, because it's a hassle trying to replace and get new tips for your pole. So be gentle with the tips of your flag, and when you're holding your flag, don't put your tip straight on the ground and like lean on it. Don't do any of that. That is very bad for the tip. Your pole can cut through the tip, and then your pole will be exposed at the bottom, and you don't want that. You don't want your pole exposed. Again, as I said, all of this is personal preference. When you're starting flag, you should always try different things and see what is most comfortable for you. Try weights, try different silks, try different length poles. So it all just depends on what you are most comfortable with. I hope this helps you guys, and I hope you will try new things, try new silks, try new poles, there's even different tips. Try different tips, try different tapes, try different, again, as I said, silks, weights, all of that. Just make sure you're comfortable with it, because if you're not comfortable, you're not going to have a good time flagging. So just make sure it's all comfortable to you and make sure that you have fun. Thanks guys, I hope this helped you. Bye!